Ooh, hot. It's just falling apart. Wow. Look. Oh, come on now. All right, as you can see, we've got the big green egg lit. We're gonna let this heat up a while before I close the lid so that it gets some good burn going. Then we'll close the lid. We'll let this thing go ahead and get preheated. We'll put the diverter on and all that. And we'll get the brisket on shortly. So let's go. I'll see you in a minute. All right, so here it is. This is just a brisket flat. It's only about 3 pounds. It's a little over $8 a pound. But let me tell you, yeah, you can get a full packer brisket and that's cheaper, and some people would argue that's what you should do. But this is already trimmed, and you're gonna be trimming part of that packer brisket. So in essence, once you're done, it's gonna be more than $5 a pound. Of course, you could save all of that and stuff and reuse it and turn it into various things and tallow and whatnot. But we're doing a simpler version. We don't want a real big one. We're just gonna go ahead, first of all, take a little layer of mustard all on here as a binder. You can use, you know, olive oil or Worcestershire sauce or something if you prefer. But we're gonna do this, just like that, right on there. Oh, that's gonna be awesome. Awesome, I say. Then we're gonna start out, we're gonna throw a couple of seasonings on here. This is one of my favorite, SPG by Suckle Busters. I make my own SPG too, by the way. And there'll be a link in the description below where you can actually go and get my recipe for the SPG if you just sign up for my newsletter. All right, we're gonna put this on here. Turn this around. Get the sides. Just like that. Next up, that seasoning kind of gets inhale some of that. Garlic jalapeno. Grand Oaks barbecue, folks. This is some excellent stuff. Look, we're gonna have to get some more. This is Toby, is the guy over at Grand Oaks Barbecue. I'll put a link in the description below if you would like to check that out. It's good stuff. Dolores loves it. And spoil alert, it goes great on popcorn. Pop you some popcorn, throw this stuff on there, heck yeah. One final touch that I want to add is some black peppercorns. Could have put this on, I actually usually put this on first. But I think that helps with the crust of a brisket, help build that crust. Get some of that in there. We're just going to let that set up, let this kind of get to room temperature while we get the big green egg heated up. All right, so we got 2 different readings here. This one's at 253, and I don't know why. Sometimes I will do a recording with my phone and stuff, and it don't flash, and I've changed different settings, and other times it does, so I have no idea. But it's at 253. I'm not that technologically inclined, I guess. Showing 270, almost 269 on the top of the lid, but we're good. I'd like it to be a little cooler, but hey, it is what it is. But we're gonna go ahead and I wanna remove this at the moment, and we do have the thermometer in here so we can monitor the internal temperature. But I wanna go ahead and add some wood to it. One of them I'm going to add is some red oak, Tennessee cooking wood. Throw a piece right there. Also Tennessee cooking wood right here. This is going to be the cherry. And I'm just going to throw one of these in here over here. Maybe a couple of those to add good flavor. That'll get the smoke kind of going. And if you have to, you do have this a little full. Actually, what I can do I just took a hatchet to it. Cut those up to a little smaller. Get that on there. Get this thing through there. There we go. To monitor the internal temperature. And there we go. All right, right here we go. We got the brisket all seasoned up. I'm going to throw the fat side up. Now, some people would argue the fat side should go down and be protected by the heat. I argue the fat side goes up to allow it to render down on the meat. Let me know, what is your preference on that, and which way do you think's right? But we're going to let that cook up now for a while, a couple hours. We'll let this get up to about 165, and then we will go ahead and wrap it. Then I'm also going to put a probe in here so I can kind of monitor it to when we get to the proper temperature. That way we don't have to open it. Look how hard that is to push in. We want it to be butter tender here after a while. And it will be. It will be. So I actually wanted to make an espresso shot to put in here when I wrap it. And well, I actually was live on TikTok when I wrapped it instead of doing a regular video with sons of backyard barbecues you'll see right here.
Well, let me shut that. That's probably just getting hot and everything else.
Oh yeah, right. You're just friggin' making it turn a rocket.
Yeah.
Look at you rapping on that little bitty table.
Yeah. Just going to add a little
espresso?
bit of this. Yeah.
Yeah, excellent. I'm telling you, dude, that's wicked. And you know what? That's a heck of an idea.
Woo, I'm dripping everywhere too, but that's all right. I'm outside. Be all right.
Okay, we gotta work on that rapping skill there. You got some loose ends.
Yeah. This is amateur. This is, I've said it many times. This is a backyard cooking, not competition.
Oh.
Yeah, let's see. Get that wrapped in there. There we go.
You okay if I'm out here?
All right, so here it is. We cooked this to 203 degrees. Let's go ahead and unwrap it.
Dang, it's juicy.
Got some juice up in there. Look at that. From the espresso coffee.
That's what that is.
Ooh, look at that. Holy moly. Tender. Ooh, hot. It's just falling apart. Wow. Look. Can't even. Juices. That right there. Oh, come on now. Yes, and who else is with me? Macaroni and cheese. That ain't macaroni and cheese. Macaroni salad with some black olives. A little bit of that brisket right there. Let's check out the star of the show here. This brisket. Look at that. Shredding right up. Wow. A little cilantro. Heck yeah.